mango lemonade, anyone?
I'm Greg.
I'm Julie, and we're the Crafty Winers.
Well, I'm almost out of wine, I noticed.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be an emergency. It's going to be a short video.
It is going to be a short video.
So this video is going to show you how we take our base lemonade that we made, our base hard lemonade that we made in our base hard lemonade video that I'll link above. That lemonade ends up being about 7%, pH of around 3.8 or so, and it's had potassium sorbate added to it so that when we add fruit to it, it won't start fermenting again. And from there, we are going to flavor it.
We're going to need a container and the lemonade again that I forgot.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have very little room at the top. So I have a very recently sanitized Coors Light glass.
You can tell from the foam.
That I'm going to fill up with lemonade so that we've got room for a pound of mangoes and what is that? It's like
12 ounces.
12 ounces of lemonade concentrate. So we use lemonade concentrate to sweeten this a little bit and to add back the lemonade flavor that probably got lost during fermentation. And doing it using concentrate, frozen concentrate that I took out of the freezer yesterday so it's not frozen anymore, is a much more efficient way of putting that in there than using just juice because we won't be watering it down as much and lowering the ABV.
Yeah.
I think this is taking longer this time than it did in our last video. I did exactly the same thing. But basically I want a full cup of this. I'm going to put a label on it and put it in the fridge just like this.
And then
you can put it in a sealed container if you're concerned about off flavors. We're not because everything in our refrigerator is
all
alcohol
bruised.
And it's sealed.
And then we will be putting this back in after we're done with.
Right. When we take the fruit out and we have room again, then we can put this back in it.
I'll go ahead and put this in.
Now you do want to make sure that you have done the sorbating step that we showed you in the base lemonade video, or adding these sugars and keeping it at a warm temperature could very well result in it starting to ferment again. She also pasteurized the fruit.
Yes, I did.
Because there's very likely viable yeast that is still on the fruit from when it was out in its mango patch.
It's a mango patch?
I don't know. I've never seen a mango.
They grow on trees.
Okay, so when it was on its mango tree, freezing the fruit does not kill the yeast.
No, it does not. It does help. It breaks down the cell walls and makes it juicy, but it does not.
You want to make sure if you got fresh mangoes, you want to freeze them and let them thaw because that helps release the juice. But there probably is wild yeast that's still on this fruit. So adding that into this, even though we sorbated it, could result, if you don't pasteurize the fruit, it could result in it fermenting again.
It could have bacteria too. You don't know.
True.
And I honestly think we bought this frozen. It's just great value. Chunks of mango. But I honestly think that fresh mango, if you know how to pick them, I don't, but fresh mango probably would have more flavor than the frozen stuff does. But you definitely want to freeze it and pasteurize it. This does not want to smash, so it's not going to smash as much as the berries.
We have infusers, large infusers that are tied up with other projects, so we are going to be using a brewer's bag to put the fruit, to kind of contain the fruit. You don't have to do that.
No.
But it does make it a lot cleaner when you're trying to get the fruit back out.
We have put just straight fruit in our lemonades. It works.
Many times. But then you have to try to get it clean again, and it's easier when you've got it all in a bag.
I'm going to dump
It's not going to contain all the particles, but it contains most of it. See, there goes all of our room that we had in there at the top. Not as much juice here as what we just had in our blackberry video.
Blackberries are just a lot juicier.
Used my sucky thing to try to get as much of the juice out. And there we go. So in 2 weeks, we'll probably taste this. And if we feel like we've got close to the amount of flavor, we're not expecting that all of the flavor is going to come from the fruit.
No.
We're probably going to
Especially
use some
mango.
mango sugar-free syrup to kind of finish it off to make sure it's got that level of flavor. But we want to definitely know that it's mango by tasting it
And
before
mango-
we do that. So.
Mangoes seem like they have a lot of flavor when you eat them plain, but it's competing with lemonade, which is a stronger flavor. So it's most likely we'll have to put syrup in it too. But this gives it kind of a start on the natural mango flavor that I like.
So the batch note is going to say that we put a pound of... She already did that. A pound of mango. And I'm going to say next, and I'm going to put a date that's around 2 weeks in the future that we're going to taste it. And then this goes into our fermenting room, and it's just going to sit there for a couple of weeks doing its thing. So when we are feeling like we're ready for the next step, we will be back and we'll show you the next step. So here we are thinking that we were going to flavor this today. And we realized that because of the 4th of July holiday, we lost our minds and didn't get the bag out. So the bag has been in here for 2 weeks.
Which we don't normally do.
We don't like to do that, but it should be okay. But the thing that's not okay is that pulling this bag out is going to make the sediment in this really bad.
Yeah.
Had we done it a week before and let it sit, the sediment would all be at the bottom, but we're going to have all the sediment floating around. So we're not going to be able to flavor this today. We're just going to get the fruit out and probably give it a little taste to see about where it is. And then next time we film, we'll do the flavoring after we rack it. So I try to squeeze all of the juice out that I can, and it probably is easier to do it in this. All the flavorful part of the juice is actually still probably in this fruit. A lot of it is out because of the yeast, but it's usually easier to hold these upside down than squeeze them to get the juice out. If I was more patient, I could get more of that juice, but that's all I'm patient enough to get. So, when it goes, I'm going to wash my hands.
Good idea.
So I washed them and re-dipped them in Star San. Let's stir this up just a little. We're gonna take a little taste, and I don't want there to be any more sediment in our taste than I have to have. There's a pretty fine line of sediment at the bottom.
Yeah.
But you can see a lot of it still in the solution. So what we are looking for is a natural tasting mango, but we know it's not going to be very strong, which is why we'll use syrup. But usually after fermentation, most of the flavor is stripped out by the fermentation process. Putting the fruit back in there will have added a lot of it back in. And
then we put the lemonade in there, so it's going to have lemonade flavor for sure.
Right. We're hoping that there's a natural tasting mango, though. Just not much.
I do taste mango, though. It probably won't need a whole lot of this.
It's very dry right now. Yeah, there's a little bit of lemonade and a little bit of mango. So we will put this in the fridge now, and it'll have at least a full week to cold crash. And when we see it next time, the color should be totally different because all the sediment will be down at the bottom. Okay, like our last video, we didn't write on the batch note last week, but it was a week ago that we put this into cold crash. And you can see now there's a little bit of sediment at the bottom that we're going to want to be rid of. So we will rack this into a clean jar before we start stirring it, because otherwise all that sediment will end up being back in our drink, and we don't want that.
A clean jar that I forget to grab.
The sediment on this one was extremely easily agitated. So it was challenging to not stir it up.
Kind of like some people I know.
Pippin.
There she is.
The other lemonade that we're working on is blackberry, and it's pretty. This one just looks like lemonade. But
that's okay, it's gonna taste good.
So just like our last one, we're going to take a taste of this before we do anything to it. Just to see if it's the same as it was last week. And it probably will be.
I don't know what it is about the mango, but it kind of covered up the lemonade. Just from the last one that we tasted a lot like lemonade, and this one not so much.
Yeah. I don't think this needs as much syrup as our last one did, probably. But I might be wrong.
Well, that one was... We ended up putting 3 ounces in that one.
Yeah, I think she said 2 on the last one and it ended up being 3. I think this one probably will be 2. Start with 2. You don't want to over sweeten it because you can't take it back out. This will darken the color a little bit.
Well, it tastes like mango now. It just tastes a lot less like lemonade than the other ones we've done, which is strange to me. Did the mango suck out the lemon?
Yeah, for a minute we thought maybe we forgot to put the lemonade in this one, but
we didn't.
pretty sure we didn't. I'm not sure. It probably wouldn't hurt it to have another ounce, but I don't know that it needs another ounce.
I don't think it does.
So we're good with it?
Yep.
So, last thing that we will do is force carb this, and I'll link the video if I haven't already. If I have, it'll be in the description below. So I'll probably force carb this tomorrow, and it'll be a week before we video again, so this will be sitting in the fridge, probably getting clearer, but because we're going to be putting it into a keg that we can't see through, we won't know if it got clearer. Doesn't really matter, it's pretty clear. And with carbonated things, I don't really mind as much if there's a little bit of sediment. So we will be back to do the final tasting on this once it's been carbonated. Well, our lemonade is finally done. We bottled them using a forced carbonation bottling method. You can watch our video on how to do that. And then also the actual carbonation video will be linked in the description below. But we like using these little bottles that are their bottle size, 12 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
But we're running short on them, so they couldn't all be filled. We literally ran out of 12-ounce bottles. So we're going to actually do our tasting off of a flip top and not open this. She'll save this for when she wants to drink it.
Well, we've got this to drink now, too.
Yeah.
See, it's half empty, so we have to finish it.
That's a very pessimistic way of looking at it. These were just bottled literally 2 hours ago, so see how confident I am that you're going to like it?
I see that.
We have not tasted this.
No.
So
not since it's been carbonated. So it's a surprise. It's a good surprise.
And we're drinking Langer's that we made.
Yeah, this is our...
Langer's mango coconut.
Yeah. Super yummy. That's the product of the video we released on Sunday. I like it.
Taste the mango.
Mm-hmm.
Carbonation level is perfect. It's good. I'm going to say it's not as good as the Langer's, but...
Well,
it's pretty good.
The Langer's isn't lemonade either.
That is true.
But it is... I've never had a mango lemonade before, so I like it. I think it's good.
Our next tasting will be blackberry.
Blackberry. Yep.
So you can watch that video. I know I don't have any links. You only get 5 links per YouTube video, so I don't have any of those left. I'm positive, as long as a video as this ended up being. So look for the link in the description below for that.
Well, thank you guys for watching another one of our videos. I hope you give it a try. It is really good. I'm not just saying that. I love mango stuff, and we've never had a mango lemonade before, and I'm actually very pleasantly surprised by it. So this won't last long. I think it'll be gone today.
Sure.
Please like our video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And if you have, thank you very much. We do appreciate you guys. And until next time, cheers.